All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. My name is Fiza. I'm the treasurer for the WESIS org here on campus. And today we're basically gonna give you guys an overview of what NCL is. NCL usually happens every semester, and the fall season has already been ended. It happened very successfully, and we just wanted to kind of end the semester with a session for anyone who's interested in doing NCL or completing NCL for the spring season. So they have a kind of a chance to kind of understand what NCL is and then decide if they want to participate in next semester as well. So our agenda looks like today, we're going to talk about what NCL is, giving you an overview of it, a timeline and a cost of what NCL really looks like. Then we're going to go into the benefits of NCL, and then I will be showing you a quick demo of what the NCL gym looks like. And this will all make sense as we're going through.
So to start off, NCL is a performance-based, learning-centered cybersecurity competition. So there's a variety of challenges that students can enter and try to solve these puzzles, and then they get points. So NCL enables students to prepare themselves against practical cybersecurity challenges that will likely be faced in the workplace. So this includes identifying hackers, from forensic data, pen testing, and recovering from ransomware attacks, just to name a few. So NCL is open to only students. So high school students and college students can enter and play. It's basically like a virtual training ground also. So in addition to the actual competition, there is a gym where you can practice your cybersecurity skills and then develop them at the same time.
Okay, so I think we didn't really mention what NCL stands for, so I'm going to quickly do that. That's National Cyber League. It was available on the slides before, but I just wanted to say that out for anyone who was not reading the slides. So this is kind of like a flyer of the timeline and the cost for the fall season that just happened. They haven't really decided on the dates for the spring season, which is why we couldn't really put that in here, but I just still wanted to give you guys an overview of how the season looks like. So usually we have about 2 months to register for the season. And the cost is about $35 each person, which is okay because WESIS actually pays for our members. So if you are interested in NCL and if you sign up with us, it will be free for you because WESIS pays for that. So I definitely recommend anyone who gets interested in after this to look for that next semester. And usually what happens is the NCL gym opens up, which is basically a way for the members to practice all of the other categories that are in the gym, right? There is also a late registration, which happens if you're literally signing up last minute, but we usually always do the normal registration for everyone. So NCL gym opens, gives everyone a chance to kind of practice. You usually have like a month to practice. And then the preseason game happens. The preseason game is basically just a way for members, and all these games usually happen over a weekend. So they will open up on a Friday and end on a Sunday, which is great because that's kind of a way for our members to kind of, not be distracted with their classes or anything like that and have a weekend to do this. So as I said, the preseason game is basically a way for everyone to kind of just solve a lot of the problems that they're given, and it kind of places every member on a bracket. So there are different brackets. There's a bronze bracket, there's a gold bracket, there's a silver bracket, and that basically says if it shows if a member who's participating is either a beginner, is either a advanced player, And that kind of puts you in the bracket. And you get your questions regarding your bracket. So if you're a beginner, you'll probably get like beginner questions to solve. If you are an advanced player, you will get a lot more advanced questions to solve. So that's a great thing because not everyone is playing on the same skill set, and you get to be challenged regarding what your skill set already is, which is I think is just great. Um, the next weekend that we have is the individual game. This is where this is a competition and you are alone and you're solving the problems that you can. So in that weekend that you have, you're just basically solving as many problems that they have, and you get a score report regarding what you accomplished in that individual game. And then a couple weeks later, usually it's I think 1 or 2 weeks later, is the team game. This is where you can actually participate in a team. So, you can register as a team, get some people who have played, who you want to work with, and then you participate in a team. And then you have another month where the gym closes. So the gym opens up really early before the preseason individual and team game and ends even a month later, the team game. So the gym is just there for you to practice, right? So even right now, even though all our fall season has ended, I still have access to the gym and I can still play around with it and practice and kind of learn more skills as I go whenever I want to. So it's a great way to work with that.
Thank you so much, Fiza. So there's a ton of benefits for NCL, for students, for faculty, for the community as a whole. For students specifically, NCL is offering a fun way to learn cybersecurity skills and then practically apply it in a safe environment. Um, NCL also provides students with proof that they have participated. So you can use that proof to share that with employers or post about it on LinkedIn and kind of show the world that you are engaging in cybersecurity. Additionally, for faculty members and coaches, they can use NCL to more effectively share cybersecurity challenges with their students. And then it's more interactive for students instead of just having to listen to a lecture, for example. For employers with the NCL Scouting Reports and like the certificate I mentioned earlier, employers are they know what the student has done because because NCL is so structured and has specific topics that it covers. And then also, like Fiza mentioned earlier, everyone is ranked in NCL. So the scouting report allows employers to know like exactly what kind of level you're at and where you placed in the categories of cybersecurity challenges. And then overall, for the community as a whole, for our country as a whole, NCL serves the most serious purpose of all, which is the safety and security of our people, organizations, communities, and countries. The more people that are trained in cybersecurity, the better off that we as a society will be.
Okay, so we're gonna go over a quick demo of the gym, and I would like Harshini if she can stop sharing her screen so I can share it. Thank you. Harshini, I can't share it. Can you make me a co-host because it's not letting me share because I'm not a host?
Yeah, can you try now, Fiza?
Sure. Yes, I can share it. Awesome, thank you.
Of course.
Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. Okay, so this is kind of what the dashboard looks like for NCL. I know it says Cyber Skyline, which is another company that works with NCL. NCL is usually just trying to get the registration and everything done, but the actual competition and the actual game, the actual problems are provided by Cyber Skyline. So they work hand in hand. But you only have to pay for that one registration or that one thing to access both sides. That's completely fine. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So as you can see, you know, there's a fall 2020 gym, there's a practice gym, and then here's are the team game and the individual game in the preseason that I was talking about. And these are past events because they've already happened, so I can't access them. But the gym is open, as I said, till like December 8th, so I still have a month to use the gym, and then the practice gym. The difference between the practice gym and the actual NCL fall gym is that the practice gym is basically like letting you kind of like mess around and develop your skills. But the NCL fall gym is kind of like a representation of what the individual competition game will look like. So that gives you a way of kind of like, okay, this is how the actual competition game will be structured, and this is how I actually have to like do it. So one lets you kind of play around, and one kind of gives you like a representative of what the actual competition will look like. So I'm actually going to click on the practice gym. When you click on it, you see all these categories of all the modules. So there's open source intelligence, cryptography, scanning, log analysis, and etc. These are all the categories that you are tested on. On the right, you see a scorecard. So it has my name on it, it has my scorecard. It kind of talks about like how much accuracy I've done, what I've completed. It gives a little percent of all the categories that I've done. As you can see, some of them I didn't even start on, which is okay. And then this is the fall gym. I actually did not use the fall gym because I was kind of like, I wanted to do this with you guys. And then here you can enter. So it looks the same. It's just there are different scorecards that you can actually see while you're doing it. So let's enter the gym. This is what the gym looks like on the top. Give me a second because I want to move this around. Okay. On the top, there's the little drop down that allows you to pick whatever category that you are working on. And then on this side, it gives you the different questions that each category has. So for open source intelligence, which is our first category, you have four easy questions and then 2 medium questions. And then you get points regarding that. When you get your points, you will see them up here on the scoreboard as well. And you can kind of see, you know, what your points are, and you can view your report anytime as well. Here are the attempts that you have to answer a question. So if you get a question right, that's okay. But if you get a question wrong, your attempts will be going down. So it kind of tells you of this is how the actual individual game and team game looks like as well. So that's kind of a way. So I'm actually going to go into cryptography just for the sake of it, just because that's one of my favorite categories and I like doing that. As you can see, it kind of gives you like a little thing about what we're working with and what we're doing. And then it gives you the question. So what you kind of have to do is you have to, with every category that they have a little flag that you have to solve, which you can put that in here. I'm not going to solve this. I'm just going to click to reveal the solution guide. So in the solution guide, you know, if you, of course, try to figure it out first, but if you can't, it gives you a solution to kind of see what you can do. And what it does, it kind of tells you, okay, this is what the number bases look like because this is a cryptography. So we're trying to basically solve this password. So it tells you like question one is in hexadecimal, so you would have to convert to ASCII, and then it gives you some online tools as well. So it gives you rapid tables or binary hex converter or base64 decode. So it gives you these tools that you can like just click on and actually solve it. So what I could do is I could use this, copy this hex. Oh wait, that does not work. And convert. I'm not sure if this is correct. And then you can write the answer in here. I don't think this is the correct answer though. For some reason it's not copying for me. Yeah, but basically you just write the answer in there, and then you can press enter and it'll give you the answer. So you can kind of see how what the flags look like. So right here, they're saying, you know, this one is a scorpion or a scribble or securely or lollipop. So these kind of, so they're kind of either words or there's something that looks like NCL 567, like something like that. Those are usually what the answers look like. And it's really easy to understand if, you know, you're not getting the right answer. So here, when I did that, it kind of like did not get the answer right away because I'm probably doing that wrong. But you can kind of just like figure it out that way as well. And the good thing is that it gives you, each question allows you what attempts. So if I go into cryptography part 2, I have 5 attempts. Cryptography part 3, I still have 5 attempts. So the attempts changes with each question, which kind of is a great way for you to kind of understand, okay, how many chances do I have to find the right answer? So NCL and Cyber Skyline really works together with research. So you kind of have to do research on your own. You can't really find the answers out without opening a different tab and doing it. As I said, even in the solution guide, it tells you, hey, here's an online tool. Decode your password. Or with open source intelligence, right? They gave you this picture, right? And this says, okay, when was the image created? And I can kind of like show this. So you would have to download the picture, which I did. I'm kind of gonna go into about preview, not preview, sorry. Info. I want to go into info.
Hey, just real quick, Feza, we can only see your browser right now.
Oh, I am so sorry about that. Give me a quick second. Can you see my screen now? Can you see the picture?
Yeah, thank you so much.
No problem. So when I downloaded the picture, I'm just gonna go on downloads and kind of get info. And this is kind of like a more information site for the picture, right? And it says, when was the image created? I can kind of like look into it. Okay, it says it's created November 12th, 2020, which is today, but I think they want to know when the image was created round to the nearest minute. So these are kind of the stuff that you would have to do, basically. What is the image resolution? So you kind of have to like research and kind of figure out of how this would work. And the great thing is that there's a solution guide in the practice gym. The solution guide is not available in the actual competition, which makes sense because you kind of have to do that on your own. But that kind of just helps everyone to kind of figure out if you can't find an answer, you research and you're like, oh, I'm totally stuck. You can use the solution guide, get the answer, and then you're more aware of when the individual game happens or team game happens, how you want to work with. So this is the type of questions that you will see. Right there, we have scanning. So, you know, they'll give you questions about, so these are like research questions. These you are just kind of just have to like Google and search, right? What is the lowest open port in the system, second lowest port on the system, all that stuff. We have web application exploitation, right? So it'll give you a website and they'll be like, what is a flag obtained from logging in? So these are like a lot of different questions. And as I said, because you are ranked, your questions are also different or harder or easier depending on what your rank is or what your skill set is, which is great. So yeah, this is kind of what NCL looks like, NCL Gym looks like. As I said, NCL Gym, the fall 2020 gym, or the gym for the season, is very, very similar. It's basically a representative of what the individual game looks like, which is why it's good, because when you can kind of reveal the solution guide and kind of help you figure out what the real answer is, when you're working on the actual individual game or team game, you're kind of aware of, oh, this is how I ended up finding the answer and this is what I have to do. So for the individual or team game, if I go into cryptography, it will basically look like this. It's just that this password hash would be different. So it's the same concept, just a different question. Can we have the slides back, Harshini? Awesome. This is just some contact information to contact Visas. We have our email, our Instagram, and then our mailing list. And Harshini can kind of put that in the chat for us. And then if anybody has any questions regarding what NCL is, how to access it, or anything about the demo, anything about the gym, about any of the games, feel free to ask us now.